Hello and welcome here to the channel, and welcome back guys for a full Barça news roundup coming on your way. And we've got a lot to get through today because there's a lot happening right now in the media regarding transfers. Today we're going to be talking about Ferran Torres situation, which is the big one, the one that everybody's talking about. Where does he stand? What's this hidden clause that has emerged right now? And is he actually going to leave? We're going to be talking about Barça transfer plans as a whole, especially now with Lewandowski gone and that number 9 spot still sitting empty. We'll be looking at Karim Adeyemi, at Anthony Gordon and João Cancelo situation, and of course at the Julián Álvarez situation too, which for me could define the entire window. And I've also got to give you guys today, I really have on this one some honest opinions on Ferran Torres. And some people may agree, some people certainly might not, but I've got to say this, and it's coming up for you. So get ready, let's do it. Because if we do indeed begin with the biggest story of the lot, Ferran Torres. And what a story this is, guys. What an absolute story. Because just think about where we were only a few days ago. This is a player who scored the winning goal in the World Cup final. The only goal of the game, Spain 1, Argentina 0. And it's Ferran Torres who wins it for the country in the World Cup. He joins Andrés Iniesta as a man who scored the decisive goal in the biggest match in the world for football. That is immortality, isn't it? That's the kind of moment that defines an entire career, that follows you around for the rest of your life. And we're here, days later, the man might be walking out that door. It's remarkable. It's absolutely remarkable. So let's get into the detail because there's a lot moving apart here. Ferran is in the final year of his contract, which runs until the summer 2027. And what that means, guys, and this is crucial, is that January he'd be free to negotiate with foreign clubs. And he could walk away for absolutely nothing. 12 months from now, nothing. So this window right here, right now, is the realistic chance of Barça recovering a meaningful fee for a player that we paid for 55 million euros back in January 2022. And you know what? That pressure changes everything about how a club behaves in the market, doesn't it? Now, PSG, because they're the ones circling here right now. What's emerged is that Ferran is advancing talks with Paris Saint-Germain. He's open to the move. That's a lucrative proposal on the table. And you can see why it's tempting, can't you? The money is bigger. They're reigning European champions. And crucially, they can offer him something Barca might can't right now, which is a guaranteed, central, important role. But here's the twist, guys. And this is where it gets really interesting. There's a hidden clause, a secret clause that nobody knew until it came out recently. And it is an absolute nightmare for Barcelona because if Ferran signs a contract extension at the Camp Nou, Barca have to pay Manchester City an additional 7 to 8 million euros. It's a clause baked into the original transfer agreement from 2022. So just think about that for a second. To keep your own player, you have to write a check to the club he left 4 years ago. It is madness, isn't it? Absolute madness. And that's exactly why Deco and sporting department have been so hesitant here. Because you're not just increasing his salary, are you? You're also increasing and paying nearly 8 million to Man City on top of it. And with the financial position this club is in, and we all know what that position is, guys. We've spoken about it 100 times on this channel. That is a real and genuine obstacle for us. Now, where does it stand today? And this is where the reports start to differ a little. So let me lay it out for you properly. Some reports are saying Barca have made an offer and that Ferran has looked at it and deemed it completely unacceptable, both on the money and on the projected role in the squad. He wants a significant improved salary. He wants guarantees on playing time. And he feels undervalued. And you can understand, can't you? When you've just won your country a World Cup. The reports though from Mundo Deportivo are saying Barca haven't received any formal offer from PSG at all, and that there are no ongoing negotiations. And Laporta himself, when he was asked about it directly, well, he said he didn't give a straight answer, did he? He said, I've heard about it, but we haven't had it confirmed. He is a Barcelona player right now. Now, that's not a no, is it, guys? That is not a no. When a president dodges a question like that, you know there's something in it. And then there's the valuation, which is its own little saga. Barca are reportedly asking 50 million euros, but with only a year left on that contract. Most in the market are saying a realistic fee is closer to 35. PSG were reportedly prepared to go around 45 million euros. So there's a gap. And it's the classic standoff, isn't it? The selling club wants what he's worth. The buying club is pointing at the contract clock ticking down. Now, my honest opinion, and like I said at the top, some of you are going to disagree with me here, and that's fine. That's what the comments are for. I think Barca should sell him. And I don't say that lightly, because what he did in that final was extraordinary. But you have to separate emotion from business, guys. You really do. Because look at the reality of the situation. Ferran has always divided opinion, hasn't he? There's a school of thought among coolers that he missed more than he scores. Now, I'll defend him on that to the point. The numbers aren't actually bad at all. 65 goals in 207 games across all competitions. 22 assists. He's forever making the right runs in the right areas. That's a solid return. That's not a bad player. But here's what changed. Barca have signed Anthony Gordon from Newcastle for around 70 million euros. And they've now agreed a deal for Karim Adeyemi from Dortmund. 22 million plus 7 in add-ons. And he's expected to be officially unveiled any day now. So all of a sudden, that front line is getting very, very crowded, isn't it? Gordon, Adeyemi, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal. So where does Ferran actually fit into the picture? Can Flick genuinely guarantee him the minutes demanding? I'm not sure he can, guys. I'm really not sure. And when you add the 8 million to Man City on top of a big new salary for a player who might be 4th or 5th choice in attack, I'm sorry, but that is not a good business for me. Sell him now, get the 35 to 40 million euros, whatever you can get, and put that money towards the striker we actually and desperately needs. That's my honest take on it. And that brings us nicely onto the rest of the business, because there's plenty happening. João Cancelo, after those successful loan spells, he's set to return on a permanent basis, around 10 million from Hilal. And the club remain confident on getting that done once the details with Hilal are resolved. And of course, Lewandowski has gone. He's off to Chicago Fire in the MLS. His contract expired and he leaves as a legend for after 4 years. Which brings us to the biggest piece of the puzzle, the number 9, because the reports are crystal clear that Barca's main transfer target this summer remains a center forward. And that name is Julián Álvarez. And this is the one that could define the entire window, guys. Barca have already bid 100 million and got rejected by Atletico. And Atletico are being extremely difficult about it. There's a real reluctance there, even to negotiate with Barca. And Arsenal are right in the mix as well. So you can see the picture for me, can't you? Everything here is connected. If they can't get Álvarez over the line, they need Ferran more, don't they? And if Ferran goes, the pressure to land a striker goes through the roof. And it's one big domino chain, to be honest. And the whole window hinges on how that Álvarez situation resolves itself. So, let me know down below, guys. Do you agree with me on Ferran? I'm being too harsh on him after what he did on the final. Am I Or do you think, like me, with that Gordon and Adeyemi into the building, it's the right moment to cash in while we still can? And about that Manchester City clause, is that alone enough to justify a sale? Let me know all of it in the comment section below. And of course, do you think we can get Julián Álvarez over the line in the end? Because for me, guys, that's the one that decides whether this is a good window or a bad one. I'll be back very shortly with more videos as this develops, because it's moving very fast now. But until next time, guys, as always, Visca el Barça.